What's up, guys? Third Prince Vamp here, and I want to do a deck profile on my Tidal mermail deck that I took to locals 2 weeks ago. I wasn't able to post it up last week. I've been busy, so yeah, guys. Sorry for the movement. I'm not using the stand to hold the phone, but yeah. So what I did do since the locals, I did change it a little bit, but right now, for now, I took out the cards that I changed, so that I could show you the build that I took to locals. I went 4-2. Unfortunately, I didn't top. I came 11th out of 52 people. I played the only two decks that I lost to was, well, my tiebreakers were bad, so it wasn't enough to get me to the top 8. But the only two people I lost to was a Prophecy deck and another Tidal mermail deck. The only reason I lost to the Prophecy deck was through time, and he beat me by 300 points. If I would have had another turn, I would have been able to do more damage. So that's why I feel like this deck can beat Prophecy and Dragons. I feel like the Prophecy player was, personally, I felt that he was taking too long to make his plays. Made us go into time. He ended up winning it third round. He won the first round. I eradicated him second round, and third round. Pretty much we only had 5 turns. Like the time bell rang around the second turn of the play of the third round. So this deck is pretty much standard for Prophecy. If I would have beat it, I probably would have topped because I would have played other people. But yeah, guys, my last round ended up playing Tidal mermails, playing against Tidal mermails, and the guy opened up pretty good. Looking at his deck, he gave me a few ideas, which is why I did add a few cards. But right now I took them out, so they're not in this deck. But I will show you after the video. So this is a Tidal mermail, and I feel like this deck is amazing. It's fun to play. It's not slow, and after the ban list comes out, I feel like they probably have a chance to start coming back up, unless the ban list hits them. But even then, they still have potential. So I played one Mullen Glacius. I don't know what I feel about this guy. I only got him out twice. One against the Tidal mermail player, and he did help me out a lot against the Tidal mermail player. But the Tidal mermail player ended up getting over him. I think through an infantry effect. I don't really remember, but it's been 2 weeks. But pretty much, he's really good when you get him out. He's 28. He can tag over most monsters, and it's amazing when you get this and a pot of average play at the same time, like in one turn. But this is mainly a card I would suggest if you're going for game, or if you want to gain a lot of advantage, because it's risky when it gets destroyed, you won't be able to attack the next turn. So it's a risky card to play, but I feel like it's good to play if you're trying to gain a whole lot of advantage, not just to summon it and play it defensive. So Mullen Glacius, pretty good. So it's still in the deck. I did not take it out. Mermail Bislead, because its attack is 27. It's good to get over certain cards. So that's what makes it good. Love Mermail Bislead. 3 Megalos. Pretty much the boss monster of the deck. There's no reason to explain why. I really feel like lead should be the boss monster because it's amazing. You always want to get out lead because it's extra attack. But Megalos are still needed because the fact that it only requires 2 while lead requires 3. 3 Mermail Bisteus. Amazing card when you use it. For some reason I don't draw it as much, but when I do, it's really helpful. 3 Mermail Bislinde. Floater of the deck, an amazing card. I played 2 Gunday. I don't feel the need for 3. If you guys want to try 3, you can try it. I've never tried 3. I don't feel like you need 3. I feel like they might get too cloggy. But it's your decision on how you want to play the deck. I played 2 Mermail Bispike and 1 Turge. I love Turge. It's amazing to get over Dweller and Soul Drain. The fact that if you choose the same card that you send to the grave back to your hand. The effect will resolve in hand, so, and it's 17, so it helps you against Fire Fist because it's just that 100 more attack that helps you a lot. I did play a Fire Fist player at the tournament and I did beat him. I played him I think 3rd round, and he did help me win. So I feel like 2 of these and 1, he can be bad if you draw him first turn and you don't have any waters in the grave, because you have to have a monster to activate its effect in grave. A monster that is I think 15 or less attack. No, level 3 or lower, so you have to have a level 3 or lower, if not you won't be able to use the effect. But this is great, and especially when you do a Bahuma Shark combo where you summon him, discard Gunday to special summon him, and then what you added with him you could discard also with him and just add it back, and then you can go into an instant Bahuma Shark or Dweller. So I think Turge is good. It's a good tech. It's maybe not good for like any type of YCS or stuff, but it's good taking out locals. 3 Dragoons, pretty much the best card. Sadly, I don't draw it as much. I don't know why, but when you do get this off, you really don't need that add from Dragoons. Like, the deck is so good that you really don't need it. But sometimes when you do draw it, you know you're really happy, because once you get the effect off, it's just giving you that little plus. 3 Marksman. Even though people don't play that much back row, you gotta understand that Marksman's effect, second effect, is also really good. Not only that it destroys the face down, so you can bait out face down cards, but it can help you doing the OTK, and it helps you get it with Diva. So 1 for Diva, OTK, and discard. I played 2 infantry. You really don't need 3. I feel like 3 is too cloggy. Most of the time, the face-up cards, you can get over it with your own monsters, and infantry is just for those cards that you really can't. So I will only stick with 2. That's pretty much it for the Atlanteans. I run 1 Deep Sea Diva. You don't need to. Catastor isn't that great anymore in the meta. Catastor, sorry guys, too much of the flash, but Catastor is really good against Prophecy, I think, because if you can lock them down with Imperial Wall and Catastor, you know, it's pretty hard for them to get over it. So that Catastor play and also the Gachi play is amazing. Black Rose, you know, you've got those synchros that you can go for. It's pretty much just icing, or frosting, or whatever you say, the cherry on top of the deck. Just an extra thing to be able to do. You really don't normal summon as much, only to set your plays. So you can special summon your Megalo and do those exceeds, while at the same time you still have time for a summon, and it's just good. Now what makes a deck be able to stand up against other decks is the Tidal and the One Baby. This card's amazing. Pretty much it's continuous monster that will keep coming back, lets you do your rank 7s faster. It's just an amazing card, and the reason I love this card a little bit more than the bigger one, this lets you get over Imperial 9 Wall, and those certain cards, it gives you that play. So now I tagged 2 Effect Villers and 2 Maxi. They worked really great. They were not dead at all. I might put Maxi to 1. I really don't know. But at the tournament, they were amazing. The Fake Veilers especially. Maxi are just, when your opponent special summons, it'll be a neutral card. But if they special summon more than once, it'll be a +1, +2, depending how many times special. But even if it's in your hand, your opponent only has a deck that special summons only once, it's still good, because even though you don't get a plus out of it, it's just as if it wasn't even there, because you get that draw, that 1 draw. For spells, I ran 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Pot of Avarice. Amazing. They were not dead. Well, they're never dead. It's maybe Pot of Avarice, but I never drew it and where it was dead. For traps, I ran 3 Abyss Sphere, and I main deck 2 Imperial 9 Wall. Imperial 9 Wall is really amazing against most decks. It just takes you away the fear of getting hit by D Prison or Macro or Fissure or Prophecy Dragons. Slows them down enough for you to be able to take advantage. Getting this out with like 2 Mermail Biscayos is amazing. So that's pretty much it for the main deck, guys. This deck ran amazing at the tournament. Like I said, my tiebreakers were bad, so I didn't top. And I lost the time. But what I am planning on adding are these 2 cards. I know people don't play this anymore, but thinking about it, I want to make level 7 rings a little bit faster. And yeah, Ophion is a threat, but Ophion's going to be there whether you have this or not. And you can add this to your hand whenever you want. You can side it out. You can use it to side it out, and I think this card's amazing. Like I said, the Tidal memory player that I lost against, he gave me an idea of running this. He did use one of them too, and that's what gave him the advantage. He ended up activating it on his Tidal. He drew 2 cards, and he drew on a way to get out of my Mermail Biscayos. So this card's amazing. If you're running Tidal, run it. You'll banish a Tidal. You get to draw twice, and you can just add the baby to your hand and still get that Tidal play. Not even that, if you have a dead Megalo, you can turn it into 2 draws. And Bisqual, I'm just trying it out. If I don't like it, I'll probably update it. But for now, it's running good. But this is what I ran, and these are the 2 cards I'm just going to add. It'll be a 44 card deck once I add them, because I almost forgot to put this card in. I did run this at the tournament, 1 skill drain. So what I ended up doing is taking out a skill drain and adding this. And I just topped up with a Bisqual. 44, I might take out a Maxi to make it a little bit less, but the deck runs good. So these are the 2 cards I'm going to add. You guys can give me an opinion on what you think of them. For the side, the extra, I ran Army Arm, Catasser, a Duloran, 1 Black Rose, Colossal Fighter, and Crimson Blader. I use Colossal Fighter so that I can eradicate my opponent a lot faster, so that I don't have to rely on making a Big Eye. If I don't have a Big Eye play, let's say I have an Effect Veller, you know, I still have a way of using Eradicator, and this card, it was amazing against the Fire Fist player. I attacked into his Fire Fist. King, I think, they were the same strength. It was at 28, and pretty much he comes back, he's reoccurring. So that's what makes it amazing, so I suggest to run this. For the Exceeds, I ran 1 Gachi Gachi, amazing against Fire Fist, Abyss Trite, Zen Mains, Mahuma Shark, 1 Abyss Dweller, and this I picked up at the tournament, 1 Master of Blades. It's really good, I guess. I only made it twice. There's no really need for it unless you're playing a trap heavy deck where, you know, they use Compulse and Bottomless. In that case, it'll be good, but it was if. 1 Big Eye and 2 Mermail Biscayo. The first thing I always go for is Giles, because Giles is amazing. You can negate effects, leaving your opponent kind of stuck if their only play is effect that they have to summon. So Mermail Biscayo is amazing. I would suggest always making it. I don't run Draco Sag. It was too expensive, and I don't see the need for it. Yeah, it's good. It's hard to get over, but if you're playing Prophecy, they'll just banish it, and Dragons, they'll just take control of it. For the side, I ran 1 extra effect Veller. Like I said, this card's amazing. With 3, it lets me go into Colossal Fighter or Crimson Blader. 1 Maxi, 1 extra Maxi, Snowman Eater, and a Penguin. I did have another Penguin Soldier, but I just picked up this Snowman Eater, so I put it in. But I'm still debating on which one's better. This is amazing because it lets you return 2 cards. So it's if. I haven't decided yet which one's better, so I just put the Snowman Eater in place of my other Penguin so that I can find out what I like better. Typical 3 MST. The 3 Eradicators so that you can use your Big Eye or your Colossal Fighter. 2 Goals and Match. This card's amazing against E-Dragons. It keeps them from making exceeds, because most of the time they'll special them in two different type of dragons, never really the same. So that is amazing, especially when you hit them with Imperial Wall and Golden Match. Well, sorry, Imperial Wall. The other two are in the deck, so I decided a third one. But when you end up using these two and they make a Giles, they pretty much lose. They have no way really out of it, unless they tech some weird card. And I ran two Compulses, which are pretty good in the deck. Let you return your monsters if they're going to be destroyed, or return those pesky Exceeds, Dracosag, Giles. So guys, that's my mermail deck. It's pretty good. I think it runs really smoothly. You guys should try it out. Like I said, these two cards I just added. Instead I had a skill drain, so I really suggest using this card. This card I'm going to try out again. Maybe it's good to bring it back at a tournament, a local tournament. Maybe it's good, but that's pretty much it, guys. Dark Prince Vamp out. Hope you guys liked it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Give me your guys' opinions, and that's pretty much what I need. Yeah, just give me opinions, comment below stuff. It helps me out. I'm gonna start updating more videos. I have a little bit more time now, so like, comment, subscribe. Dark Prince Vamp out.